What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, where we bring you the hottest and most up-to-date news on America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. If you haven't already, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you never miss a beat when it comes to your Cowboys. Now, let's get into today's big topic because former NFL player and ESPN analyst Marcus Spears, better known as SWAGU, has sent shockwaves through Cowboys Nation with his latest comments on Micah Parsons. He believes that the Cowboys' decision regarding their superstar defender is, and I quote, worth watching. So what exactly does he mean by that? Let's break it down. Micah Parsons has undoubtedly been one of the best defensive players in the league since he was drafted in 2021. His impact on the Cowboys' defense has been nothing short of game-changing. From rushing the passer with elite explosiveness to dropping back into coverage like a seasoned veteran, Parsons does it all. He's already racked up multiple All-Pro selections and is constantly in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. The numbers speak for themselves, but so does the eye test. When you watch Micah Parsons play, you see a guy who is relentless, explosive, and just an absolute nightmare for opposing offenses. He's the kind of player that defensive coordinators dream about and offensive coordinators lose sleep over. But with great talent comes great responsibility and, more importantly, a great financial decision looming for the Cowboys. This is where SWAGU's comments come into play. He's raising the question, what are the Cowboys going to do when it comes time to pay Micah Parsons? And make no mistake about it, that time is coming very soon. Parsons is eligible for a contract extension this offseason, and everyone knows he's going to demand a massive payday. We're talking record-setting numbers, potentially making him the highest-paid defensive player in NFL history. The question is, are the Cowboys willing to meet that price? This is where things get tricky. The Cowboys have been in this situation before with their star players. We've seen how they handled Dak Prescott's contract. We've seen how long it took to get a deal done with Ezekiel Elliott back when he was in his prime. We even saw Amari Cooper get traded because the team wasn't willing to pay him what they thought was too much at the time. Jerry Jones and the Cowboys front office have a history of playing hardball with contracts, and that's what makes this situation with Micah Parsons so interesting. Now, let's talk numbers. What exactly would it take to sign Micah Parsons to a long-term deal? Right now, the highest-paid defensive player in the NFL is Nick Bosa, who signed a 5-year, $170 million contract with the San Francisco 49ers, with $122.5 million guaranteed. That's the benchmark. And considering that Parsons is younger and arguably more versatile than Bosa, he's going to want more. We could be looking at a contract worth $180–200 million over 5 years, with guaranteed money pushing $130 million or more. That's quarterback money, and it's a massive commitment for any team, even one as rich as the Cowboys. So what are the options for the Cowboys? First, they could pay him. They could lock him up with a record-breaking deal and ensure that he remains the face of their defense for years to come. That would be the safest move in terms of keeping their defensive dominance intact, but it would also mean sacrificing cap space for other positions. The Cowboys still need to figure out what they're doing with Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Trayvon Diggs, who just got paid last offseason. Paying Parsons could make it difficult to keep other key players, and that's where things get complicated. The second option is to play the waiting game. The Cowboys could let Parsons play out his rookie contract and then franchise tag him for a year or two, buying them time before committing to a long-term deal. But we've seen how that strategy can backfire. Players don't like being franchise tagged, and it can create tension between the team and the player. Look at what happened with Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens last year before they finally gave him a deal. Would Parsons be willing to wait? Or would he push for a trade if he feels like the Cowboys aren't respecting his value? And then there's the unthinkable option, trading him. Now, before Cowboys fans lose their minds, let's just consider it as a hypothetical. If the Cowboys feel like they can't afford to give Parsons the deal he wants, they could explore trading him while his value is at its peak. Imagine the kind of return they could get: multiple first-round picks, star players, and cap flexibility. Teams around the league would line up for a chance to acquire a generational defensive talent like Parsons. But would that really be worth it? You don't just replace a guy like Micah Parsons. Players like him don't come around often, and moving on from him would be a massive gamble for the Cowboys. So what's the right move? Well, if you ask SWAG, he's saying this situation is worth watching because the Cowboys' history suggests they might not handle it the way fans expect. Jerry Jones loves his stars, but he also loves financial flexibility. We've seen him make tough business decisions before, and this one is going to be one of the toughest yet. The pressure is on the Cowboys to make the right call because this decision will impact the team's future for years to come. And let's not forget, Parsons himself has spoken about wanting to be paid what he's worth. He knows his value, and he's not going to settle for anything less than what he deserves. And with the way the NFL salary cap keeps going up, the longer the Cowboys wait, the more expensive it could get. If they wait another year or two, his price tag could skyrocket even higher. So really, the smart move would be to lock him up sooner rather than later, but will they actually do it? This is the dilemma facing the Cowboys, and it's why SWAG is telling everyone to keep their eyes on this situation. The decision on Micah Parsons isn't just about one player, it's about the entire direction of the franchise. Are the Cowboys all in on building a dominant defense for the future? Or are they hesitant to commit long-term money to a non-quarterback? These are the questions that need answers, and we're all waiting to see what happens next. If you've received previous stimulus payments, you can expect to get this one the same way, whether it's direct deposit, a mail check, or an APE card. For those who have their benefits deposited directly into their bank account, you'll likely be among the first to receive your $1,400 payment. Others who receive their benefits through the mail should allow a little extra time for delivery. So, Cowboys fans, what do you think? Should the team pay whatever it takes to keep Micah Parsons? Or should they take a different approach? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's talk about it. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you stay updated on all the latest Cowboys news. We'll catch you in the next one. Go Cowboys!